Right, we're just going to go over power play breakout and just look at some of the options and what's available, how we can get in the zone with possession, which is obviously the key of a power play breakout. All right, so obviously step one, get that puck behind the net, and I think what gets overlooked is a lot of the time right here. That person, whoever that player is, once they step out, these players, whatever the formation is, should be their steps and whatever route they're going to run should be based off of when that puck crosses the goal line. Right? Because what I see a lot is, you want that consistency of options for that puck carrier, and you want to know obviously where your line mates and teammates are. And here they do a pretty good job of, making good, 5 to 10 foot passes up the ice because, essentially every pass you're making or every puck movement, you're trying to beat a player. All right, so right here, this player's on the dot line. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but if we make that pass too early, that would allow this player, whatever the distance is from the dot to the boards, closer to make a play on it. So we'll continue here. All right, so good job. There's really no pressure, so there's no reason for this player to move the puck. It can either go both ways. Defensive team is in a T. All right, so what's key here is either way that this player moves the puck, once they move it, all right, it's important that you're essentially just trying to 2-on-1 the next defensive opponent. So if this puck is going to get moved this way, this player needs to get going so they can come to this area together and isolate this D. Same thing if this was happening. All right, if you're going here, this player needs to move into a position. Obviously, they're cutting across the blue line, a little bit trickier to time that, but you can still, this player you can make your stick available and it can be a quick give and go or something. This is a little bit easier because you're curling, and maybe that's why they're going that way. So this can be, so they can time that up there. So pass is a little bit off, but even if it wasn't, all right, let's pretend this player catches the puck. All right, this player makes a little bit better swing here. You can 2-on-1 this D. They have to get inside their F2. All right, and if not, now you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 players. All right, the next step is if they get in the zone, all right, and this player continues to come over, let's say this player isn't a good option, all right, it's very important that this player get on their horse and get going full speed down to this area. Because if they're jammed up here, all right, they could chip it and possibly this player can get it with speed, but if you have 3 players on one side of the ice on the PK, switching sides or switching the ice, as some call it, all right, a hard rim to this corner, this player's going in full speed, all right, this player will go in, and then you've got your 2-on-1 to win the puck there. And there's a good chance that if you time this properly and you have speed, you're going to get to the puck before this D can pivot, get going, and pick up that puck. All right, so, obviously from the PK point, this is what they're trying to do, jam you up at the blue line, all right, but it's very important to understand those lanes that you're going for support. All right, right now this player just doesn't have a lot of options. This player's kind of making a swing for just the sake of making a swing, not really understanding where they need to get there. So hope that helps.